Oh, Leah, I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of chapter, like the second word walkthrough in the GMetrix program. And if you want to follow along, that's great. If I catch up to where you are, and like you can just follow along with me, and I'm going to be going through it fast. So if you fall behind, don't worry about it. Just switch back to doing notes if you need to. For people in the video, if I'm going too fast for you, pause the video, do the thing, come back and keep watching the video. But this is the second practice exam in the GMetrix system that I'm going to be doing for everybody to watch so that you can get the knowledge that you need to pass the certification exam. If we just run out of time to do this in class and you can't quite make it to the second or the third word practices, then you're just going to have to do your best you can to get watch these videos, get the information that you need, and do what you can. Okay, so core practice exam number 2, we're going to go to training mode. Okay, and I have to download the test resources because I haven't done the test on this computer. And remember, like I said, pause the video if you need to, and if you're trying to do this with the GMetrix program at your house or whatever, pause the video, it's fine, and then do the thing yourself and then come back when you're ready to proceed. Okay, so I'm going to have to move stuff around again real quick because it tried to put it on my primary screen and I don't need it to. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and drag this over to here. Here's the Word document that we're going to be using for this test. Okay, as before, don't get stuck on something. If you are taking the test and you just have absolutely no idea what they're talking about, don't sit there and spend 30 minutes of your 50 or minute testing period trying to figure out one single question. Just move on and go and do something else, and then come back to it if you've got time at the end of the day. Okay, so here we are at project 1 on grading test version number 2. And this one says to add a page number to the bottom of all pages in the accent bar 4 format. So that's going to be a footer. So you can insert headers and footers, okay? And we can do it in the accent bar style. Doesn't seem to be available in this stuff right here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and edit the footer. And now we have header and footer tools, and we have options. Okay, it's kind of the same stuff: facet, filtering, integral, motion, delay, retrospect, sideline. Okay, master wisp. Okay. Okay, so page numbers. So they're not in the footer section, but they are possibly in the page number area. Okay, so we can go top of the page, bottom of the page. We're going to put a page number in the bottom of the page in the accent bar 4. There we go. That's where it's at. Yep. So that is task number 1. Task number 2, change the subject property of the document to desktop support. So document property, we talked about this in test number 1. Document properties are located in the file section. Okay, document properties are here in the info of the file section. Here are the properties, and if you see subject, you can change it immediately. But if you don't see subject anywhere in here, then let's show all the properties. And here is your subject area, and you can type in exactly as it says with the same capital letters and everything like that, desktop support. Task complete. Come on now. Moving on to the next thing. Task number 3, display the paragraph marks on the document. Oh, we've been doing this since practically day 1. Go to the Home tab. Use your little backwards looking P character filled in at the top. Those are your paragraph marks. Okay, mark completed. Task number 4, apply a yellow highlight to the heading prerequisites. Here's prerequisites. Now, I know I usually say highlight stuff, and I just mean selected, but in this case, it actually means highlight. So on the Home tab, you're going to see this AB with a yellow line underneath it. It's the AB with the yellow line, not the A. AB yellow line, that is your highlighting tool. You want to select the yellow highlighter. Okay, that is done. Moving on. Okay, add a table with 3 rows and 4 columns on the second page below the heading Syllabus. Okay, so here you are at Syllabus. Click on the line underneath Syllabus and go to Insert a Table. 3 rows means 1, 2, 3. 4 columns means 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, 4. Okay, 3 rows and 4 columns. That is that kind of table. All right, they don't say to do anything else with it, so we're going to mark it complete and move on. All right, that's 5 tasks. Now it's time to grade the project. Bada boom, bada bing. They're all good. Moving on to the next thing. Now it's going to pop over here to this side, and I'm just going to bring it on back. Okay, task 1 says to apply the gallery theme to the document. Themes, document themes, big time. That is a big boy design tab themes kind of thing. And we want the gallery theme. So look through. Most of the time they're in alphabetical order. Sometimes they are not quite, especially on when you use add-ons and stuff. Here is the gallery theme. Click on that. And you get a new color set and different lettering styles and all kinds of groovy stuff that themes give you. Okay, so that is a gallery theme. Okay. All right, now that's complete. Go on to step 2. Task 2 says remove the table functionality from the table containing the text web root all the way down to Kaspersky. Okay, so here is the table that they're talking about, web root all the way to Kaspersky or Kaspersky. Okay, if you really want to do it quick, just click somewhere in the table and then click this little box right here, which will highlight the entire table. And what they mean by remove the table functionality is basically take it from being a table and turn it back into regular old text. Okay, retain the font formatting. Basically is what's going to happen anyway. Now you selected a table, you now have table tools. In the layout tab of the table tools, there is a convert to text button right here that will take your table and turn it into words. Okay, and it's going to be off the tabs. That's fine. That's how we're going to separate the things that used to be together. Okay, and bada boom, bada bing, in place it goes. Okay, task 3, change the numbered list below the heading "What is regular maintenance?" Okay, to number 1 through 5. Now, right now it's 4 through 8 because we had a previous list that was 1, 2, and 3, and it's trying to continue that list. Now, if you click on this and then you right-click on it, you can tell it to restart at 1. Okay, and it'll start at 1 and go through 5, just like you've been tasked to do. So that step is now complete. Task 4, add a heart shape with a blue fill below the last line of text in the document. Okay, well, down here is the last line of text in the document. And we're going to insert a shape. Okay, and heart shapes will be in the basic shapes area, right next to the old smiley face and lightning bolt. Highlight it. Now, most of us are used to seeing it pop up with a blue color based on the Office color scheme. But in this one, with the gallery theme, it is a red one. So we do have to change the shape fill to be a blue color. I've seen this test done before, and basically, if you just change the fill, because it's asking to change the fill to blue fill. You don't have to change the outline. Don't bother with changing the outline unless it specifically says to do so. Okay, that is complete. Moving on to task 5. Move the image at the top of the document. Okay, here's the picture image at the top of the document so that it is aligned with the left margin and just below the heading Computer Care. Okay, now picture tools. Okay, you can align it with the left. Okay, now you want to do that one, align left instead of positioning, because positioning is like it'll put it up here. If you use positioning, top left corner, it will put it in the top left corner, and the Computer Care will be moved to the side. You want it to be below Computer Care, so you definitely want to use the alignment one and align it to the left. Okay. Bada boom, bada bing. That step's complete. Grade the project because that's step 5. All right, project number 3. Okay, game shop. Below the heading, our mission statement. And above the heading, our most popular games. That'll be this spot right here. Okay. Go ahead and insert the file motto.docx located in the GMetrix templates folder. Okay, so once again, we are inserting files. So we're inserting objects, but it is a document file. So we say text from file. Okay. And once again, if you go to the documents folder in the GMetrix template, you can find motto.docx. Okay, and insert it. And bada boom, bada bing, the information is now placed in there. Good to go. Task complete. Task 2, add the trademark sign immediately after the heading GameStop or Game Shop. Wow, I'm saying that wrong all the time. Okay, so Game Shop, put anything in there before the little bugaboo there. Symbols, okay? Now, if you can look through here and you can find the trademark symbol, more power to you. If you can't, more symbols. You can go into that. Okay, you can go to the special characters. Here's the trademark, and once again, I always move I always move this box out of the way whenever I'm inserting stuff, because if you don't see it happen, sometimes you get confused and you think it didn't happen. So always move it off of where your insertion point is. Find the thing that you want, press insert. Bada bing. Now close. Close. Okay, and that's that. Okay, that's a symbol. So symbols, more symbols, and then special characters. That's where you can find stuff like that often is asked in these kind of tests. Okay, task number 3, merge all of the cells in the table, more of our most popular games. Merge those cells. Here we go, more of our popular games. This table here, click to select all of the table, and you have table tools. Layout, table, merge cells. There you go. Merge those cells. Merge cells means make one big box out of all these little boxes. Okay. And in Word, unlike in Excel, which you will find out later, in Word, if you merge the cells, it keeps all of the text. Okay. In Excel, you have to worry about it because sometimes it basically warns you that only the cell, the first cell, is going to be remembered. But in Word, it's not a problem. Okay. Mark it complete. Task 4. Convert the text below more of our popular games, this text, into a numbered list. Okay? Now it says continue the numbering sequence from the list, our most popular games, which is up here, goes 1 through 5. Okay, so this should be 6 through 10, I believe. Continue the number sequence located on the first page. So now you've got those. You're going to go to the Home tab because that's where the numbered list thing is. Okay, and you're going to hit that button for a numbered list. Now, you've got a little pop-up right here for the autocorrect options. You can drop down to that list and you can say, hey, I want to continue numbering. Now it'll give you 6 through 10. If that doesn't work, okay, it's not a table tool thing, okay, you can go into this and you can set numbering value. You can go into the drop-down list of the numbered list here and set the numbering value, and you can tell it where to start. Continue from a previous list, set values to 6. You can do one of those two things, and it will go to the right number. Okay. Good. Go on to practice exam 2. No. You want to do practice test training mode on training test 2. Yeah. Training. Okay, so it's training test 2, training mode. Okay. You don't want to do testing mode because then it's no help and it's timed for 50 minutes. And if you don't do it in 50 minutes, it's just like, oh well. So what you want to do is you want to learn all of the things you need to know. So you need to do the training mode first. Okay. All right, now it says remove the background from the picture of the game controller, being careful not to crop off any parts of the controller. So here's a picture of the game controller right here, okay? And you got picture tools, okay? And you want to remove the background. Basically, we want to take out this fancy blue and white area and just like have the regular blue background in there. But when you remove background, it's basically going to try and figure out, what's the actual picture here and what's the fluff, the background stuff. Okay, notice that everything purple is stuff that's going to be removed. You got a little piece of the controller here that's going to get removed because it's purple. So push that little ball over, that little resizing handle, push it over a little bit to where it's not purple anymore. Take this resizing handle, pull it over this way so that's not purple anymore. And if you really want to be thorough, make sure you get all of the controller cord unpurpled, so to speak. And then once you're good, now you can also like click areas and then mark areas to keep, but that's really the hard way to do it. That's for really fancy pictures. Keep the changes when you're satisfied with the effort that you've got there. Maybe a little bit more this way. Okay, good. Keep the changes. Bada bing! All of that background fancy blue area is gone, and it's just now the regular blue background area here. Mark it complete. Grade your project. I didn't really like how I did that one. Well, you know, that's the general idea of what you're supposed to do. So, moving on. Sometimes these things are a little bit too picky, and you might end up losing a point or two because it's not quite to its liking. But don't be dismayed. That's only going to happen on a few. Okay, at the end of the document. La, la, la. I could have just pressed Control End, but I was stupid. Okay, at the end of the document, insert the file preservation docx located in the GMetrix template folder. So once again, inserting files that are documents. That's an object, but it's a text from file. Okay, preservation, insert, bada bing, mark it complete. Task number 2. Use the Go To feature to navigate to the bookmark sites and delete both the heading and paragraph starting at where to find. Okay, now the Go To feature, it's a navigation section thing. So you can, I hate using the nav features. Okay, navigation pane in the view section, you can click it open to here. Find headings. Okay, you can use this Go To. No, that's not really what I wanted. All right. Oh, that's right. On the Home tab, okay, in the Editing group, you can find, brings you to the Nav section, but what you want to do is you want to use the drop-down menu and say Go To. Okay, and it brings up this pop-up bar with the Go To, and you can navigate to the bookmark, okay, and then you can find the one that says Sites. Go to that, okay, and then close this and delete both the heading and the paragraph starting at where to find. So just press delete, and that's it. Get rid of all that stuff, and it's gone. Okay. I personally hate using that stuff, but that is what the Go To function is. So once again, find. I never use this, by the way. This is why I got a little. I knew it was navigation, but it was different. So find, Go To, and then use the bookmark. Go to what? Go to a bookmark. Find the what? Use the drop down. Let's find the thing. Delete it. Close it out. Okay. All right. Now task 3. Add a blank footer. Okay. Okay. We're going to insert a footer, a blank footer. Okay, and we're going to put in the text in capital letters. Make sure you're doing capital letters just because it has capital letters. Utah travel information. Okay, bing, done. Task number 4. Modify the citation by Thor Christensen so the year is 2012. Now, double click to get back into the main part. Citations. Citations are part of the references. And one of the sources, if you want to change the source, you can manage the source without having to look for it through the text. You can just go to Manage Sources, and you can find Thor Christensen's list in the current list, and you can edit it and change the year from 2015 to 2012. Say OK. OK, close that out. That task is done. Okay, so task 5. Add an automatic table to table of contents on the second page, replacing the text insert table of contents here. Okay, so let's go to the second page. Click on this here, highlight it. Go to table of contents, also on the references tab, a table of contents. Look down the list, automatic table 2. Click on it. Bada boom, bada bing, it is in. That's the last thing we need to do here. Grade that project. And move on to the next one. All right. Task 1 of Project 5 says, at the bottom of the last page, this time we'll be smart. Control N. Bottom of the last page, bookmark the text for more information. For more information. Name the bookmark info. So we're going to insert a bookmark here. Now you may notice that some of these things have happened in other documents in other places. This is just a thing to help you get familiar with all of the things that you need to know. So if it seems repetitive, it's all right. It's fine. Okay, so capital I-N-F-O. All right, just the I is capitalized, just like it is here in the words. Go ahead and say add, and that step is complete. Task 2, simultaneously replace all case versions of the text permit with license. Okay, so what this means, it says replace all case versions of the text. It means you have to have a very, a more specific kind of find and replace. We're going to replace stuff, okay? We're going to replace permit. We're going to replace it with license. Okay, but here's what we're going to do. There's more to this than before. So we're going to say more, and we're going to have to match the case, okay? Lowercase and uppercase, that's what that means, that match case there, okay? If it's a lowercase p here, we're going to change it to license if it is, but if it's an uppercase P, we are not going to change it. That's what that means. Now replace all. Okay, all done. We made 2 replacements. Yay. All right, close that out. Mark it complete. Moving on. Okay, task 3. Change the width of the table column of month. Here we go. Here's a table with the word month on it. So click on the table. Get right above the column that you want. Get that black arrow. Click on it. Go to Table Tools Layout. How big do we want it? We want the width to be 1 inch. So right now it's 0.92, so we click up 1 time. Now the width is 1 inch. Bada bing, bada boom, it is done. All right, task number 4. Insert the waterfall photo located in the GMetrix folder to the right of the last paragraph of New Trail Open. All right, so the last paragraph of New Trail Open. Notice we have a section break here and a section break here. That means we got to get inside of that. Okay, to the right of the last paragraph of New Trail Open. Okay, so here's the last paragraph. Be sure to be on this part of the paragraph. Insert that picture. Once again, we're in the Pictures folder. No. Documents folder, GMetrix templates, waterfall. Insert it. All right, now it's causing issues. So we are going to apply type text wrapping. Okay, so we're going to go to this little guy here, layout options, tight text wrapping. Okay, now it's nice and tight. And change the size of the photo. So we have picture tools. Okay, click on format to the picture tools if you need to. Change the height, probably just type it in, that's probably fastest. 2.25, especially since it's got like normally whenever you see it, it's like 1.5, 1.6. If you've got like 0.25, then you're going to need to type it in. Okay, and change, oh, I'm sorry, it's 2.2 centimeters wide. So it's 2.25 wide, 4 centimeters tall. Okay, All right. That's as good as it gets. Okay, and once again, if you want to wrap text, make sure it's tight wrapping of the text. Ish tight, tight like a toy goat. Okay, and now on to task 5. At the bottom of the last page, Control End. Okay, above the sentence for more information, add a smart art basic process. So we're going to insert smart art, a process. Here we are, process. Smart art, a basic process. I believe that would be this first one here. Usually the first one is the basic one. Okay, and say okay. With a size. Okay, we got, click on it, you got Smart Art Tools. Format that bad boy. 6 wide and 0.5 high. So that's going to take a while to do that. 0.5. Okay, now much thinner because the height is only 0.5. Okay, that is done. All right, that's all of them. Great project. Moving on. Moving on up, moving on up. Ooh, it did not like my task 2. Let me see. Yes, let me see task 2. All right, what does it not like? Home tab, editing group, replace. In the find and replace, click on the replace tab, find what permit, replace what license, click replace all 3 replacements, click OK. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so my mistake. When it says all case versions here, that should have. I'm sorry, I mistook that. When it says all case versions, that means don't do what I did. When you go to replace all, okay, don't match the case. Do it for all versions of it. Okay, so I did 2 before, and now I did the last one there. All right, my mistake. Be careful when you're reading these things, folks. Don't be like me and do dumb stuff that gets you wrong answers. Okay, so when it says all cases, that means don't match the case. When it says only lowercase letters or only uppercase letters, that's when you have to match the case. Okay. Now, project 6 of 7. Task number 1, change the style of the list general appearances. Aha. Trunk and crown to heading 3. Okay, so general appearance, highlight that, hold down control, trunk, highlight that, crown, highlight that, let go of control. Change it to heading 3 up here in the styles. Heading 3. Okay, that's that task. Task number 2. Convert the document title, Landscaping Made Easy, to word art. Okay, so we're going to insert some word art. Fill is olive green. That's a green looking color. Accent 3, sharp bevel. Ah, that's the right one. It's the only green one. Okay, so click on that. Bada bing! Converted. Mark complete. Moving on. Below the heading, choosing a tree. There you go. Below the heading, choosing a tree. Starting with the heading, general appearance, and ending with the text, height of a tree. Aha, down here with crown, height of a tree. All right, format all of the lists to 2 columns with a width of 3.1 and a line separating the columns. So what we're going to do is we've highlighted this area, and if I'm not mistaken, this is just the one where you lay out more columns. Yeah, you're just going to do the more columns thing. You don't have to do the before and after stuff, okay? Like putting in the section breaks. You can just go to layout. You can choose columns and do more columns. We're going to do 2 columns. Change the width to 3.1. Change the, no, you don't have to change it. Just click on the thing that says, give me a line between, and say OK. All right. Now, section breaks are automatically inserted for you, which was a concern of mine, but it has been taken care of. Bada boom, bada bing, it is done. All right, task number 4, insert a column break just before the last bullet item. Branches should not grow in clusters. Okay. Branches should not grow in clusters just before. So get in front of this branches should not grow in clusters line. Get in front of that. Go to breaks and give me a column break. Okay. And that rearranges things just a little bit. That task is done. Task 5. Add an alternative text title, office hours, to the table in the document. Let's see, where's that table at? Aha. Okay. So click on the table. Get the full table clicked on right there. Table tools, layout, design, perhaps. Layout. Properties. Okay. Table tools, properties. Okay. In the layout tab of table tools, go to the properties, and it'll give you this thing right here, a pop-up box right here, and it'll say alt text on the end, and the title can be changed to office hours. Be sure to spell it correctly and have the same capital letters as what they've requested. Say OK. Remember, it's weird. Highlight the whole table, go to the layout tab, go to properties, and change the last tab, which is alt text. Okay, mark it complete, moving on. And now we're down to the last project. Yay! Our work here is nearly complete. Okay, save the document in the PDF file format with the name Camp Flyer. All right, so you're going to go to File. You're going to go to Save As. Okay. And we're probably just going to go ahead and save in the GMetrix template folder, just like everything else is. Okay, we're going to change the name here to Camp space F-O-Y-E-R, capital F, because they asked for it that way. And we're going to save as type. We're going to change it. We're going to change this type down to PDF. Okay, go ahead and save. 2 minutes, folks. Wrap it up. Okay, and it will pop up with a PDF document, but we can go ahead and mark it complete for now and go on to task 2. Here's the popped up PDF document. You can close that, it doesn't matter, as long as you saved it in the right place and it can find it, you're good to go. Configure Word to replace future typed abbreviations UT with the word Utah. Okay, and you can do that. Go into File. You're going to go into Options. Okay, and one of the ways that you can do that is to change proofing, your autocorrect options. Okay, so proofing, autocorrect options, it'll give you this pop-up, and you can go into here with replace text as you type, replace capital U, capital T with the word Utah. Hopefully you don't type up any documents about the University of Texas or the University of Tennessee, because it'll be Utah, Utah, Utah all over the place. And then you add, okay, and say okay. All right, that's task 2. Task 3, set the line spacing. Okay, good, say okay. Set the line spacing on the list to 1.0. Okay, so I suppose this is the list. Okay, the line spacing is this thing right here. We're going to set it to 1.0. That's done. Task 4, decrease the list level of the text date next Saturday all the way down to cost 15. Decrease that list level. So you can do it here. That's how I normally do it. Yep, click the decrease indent. Okay, click the decrease indent and boop. All right, it's down 1 level now. Task complete. Task number 5, add a bevel relaxed inset shape effect. Okay, so shape effect to the 3 shapes of the Smart Art graphic. So click on one, hold down Control, click the other, click the third one, Go to your Smart Art tools, your design. Okay, here are the Smart Art styles, but we are going to go. See you later. Have fun. Bye-bye. Let's see. Yeah. Format. I guess we're going to have to go for formatting and shape effects. So, shape effect, bevel, relaxed inset. So we got circle, relaxed inset. This one right here. Clicky. Mark it complete and grade that project. Ooh, it didn't like that very much. Okay, so it didn't like those, but basically that's the thing that you're supposed to do. All right, say next and finish that test. Okay. Now, all of those things being done, everything being wonderful and kosher and stuff, you should be able to do all of those projects in that manner, and everything should be fine, great, and dandy. Tune in a little bit later. Tune in a little bit later, and I will have for you project number 3, all the way complete. We will see you next time.